Hi guys, it's me Adrian. I'm here with another video. In this video I just wanted to talk about some of my dad's CDs, show you some of my dad's CDs that he gave me before he died. Excuse me. So basically, Dad gave me all his CDs. He had a big collection of music CDs, and before he died, he said to me, he said, Adrian, you can, all the CDs, they're all yours. He said, you can take what you want. He said, you can sell them, you can keep them, you can do what you want. So, of course I'm going to keep them. I mean, if I sell them, I get nothing, I'm not going to get anything for them. So, you know, he was a big music collector. He wasn't so much into gaming like I am. He sort of wasn't that fussed on gaming, but he did play video games, but he wasn't interested in the same way he was interested in music. He was a massive music collector when he was younger. When he was in his 20s and 30s and 40s and up to his early 50s, he was just, you know, he'd have to go out and get the latest, you know, Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath or Deep Purple. You know, if you turn it this way, there's all Deep Purple or Dio, AC/DC. You know, you name it. He'd have to go out and get it. And in the early years, he didn't care how much it was. But when he got to his early 50s, you know, he turned 50 in 2004. I noticed a change in him. Like, he didn't rush out to get the latest Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath or whatever metal band it was, you know, because he loved his heavy metal, he loved his hard rock. He just, like, I think the last, before he stopped buying CDs, you know, like when there was a new album out by a band, I think the last one he bought with his own money, like brand new, I think it was Brave New World. This one here, Iron Maiden. Yeah, this was the last one he bought, brand new. After that, he said, I'm not buying them anymore for 30 bucks or 25 bucks or whatever it was. He said it's too much for a music CD. He said they should be 5-10 bucks. You know, that's how it started. And so I started picking up the slack. I was in my what's wrong with this? The torch isn't working. Just give me a sec. So I started picking up the slack. Like, I was a teenager at the time in the early 2000s and mid 2000s, and I started buying the new ones that came out, like Rock in Rio, Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. I bought that. He didn't buy it. Death on the Road, I bought that one. A Matter of Life and Death. He bought this one. This one actually Dad bought, The Final Frontier. But he didn't buy it brand new. He bought it second hand. That's the only reason he got it. He must have bought this one. I don't know if he got it brand new or not. I didn't even know he had this one. It's another live one from Iron Maiden. Now, while I'm showing you these, I just want to point out that they're not complete sets. Dad does not have every single album from the band. There is several missing. Like, even on the right here, you see, like, there's Black Sabbath. If I can pull it out, yeah. This is the American release of the first album. They're not all, they're not complete. Even Black Sabbath, like, I've put them all in alphabetical order, so it starts from, I had to put a live album on the top because that's, the top here supports the old double ones. But under that, they're all in alphabetical order. So you got Black Sabbath, Paranoid, Master of Reality, Volume 4, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, their first live album, Sabotage, another live one, Technical Ecstasy, Never Say Die, Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules, Live Evil, Born Again, and there's a rare one here called Born in Hell, the white one. This cost Dad $40. And apparently it's a rare one. It's got Ian Gillan singing on it from 1984. It's a rare one, according to him. Then there's what? Featuring Tony Iommi, The Eternal Idol, Headless Cross, Tear, Dehumanizer, Cross Purposes Live, Forbidden. And then you get into all the greatest hits, best ofs. And that's it. It just continues like that till you get down to the bottom. Then it's all Tony Iommi solo projects down the bottom, just to fill in the gap. Iron Maiden, it's the same. It starts off with the first album, then you got Killers, Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind, Power Slave, Live After Death, Somewhere in Time, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, No Prayer for the Dying, Fear of the Dark, with a different cover, a digipack, From Here to Eternity, another rare one, Fear of the Dark Live, that's the one with Eddie with the bass guitar. He bought all these. Then there's Live at Donington. I bought this one. Bought this one recently. And you got a real live one, a real dead one, the X Factor, Future Real, Virtual X, Brave New World, Rock in Rio, Dance of Death, Death on the Road, A Matter of Life and Death, The Final Frontier, El Vivo, and he had all of the Iron Maiden released 10 special albums. They were like 10 of them, called The First 10 Years. Dad had all of them. So he had the first one, from the first one to the last one, which was, I think, The Clairvoyant, Infinite Dreams. They had the drummer on the last track always talking, Listen with Nico. So he had all of those on CD. But it's still not complete, because as you just saw, like, after that El Vivo one, it cuts off. Like, you know, even I stopped collecting them in the end. They just got a bit monotonous. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, we just sort of lost interest. He was the first to lose interest, and then I sort of lost a bit of interest. Deep Purple, that was another one of Dad's favourite rock bands. He's got all of these here. Now, I bought a lot of these. He didn't buy all of these. I bought these early ones, this Shades of Deep Purple, Book of Taliesin, Deep Purple in Concert 72, Deep Purple in Rock. That's a special one, Anniversary Edition. And you got Fireball, Anniversary Edition, Machine Head, Deep Purple in Concert again, Made in Japan, ordinary one, Made in Japan, proper double one, Who Do We Think We Are, Burn, California Jamming, Stormbringer, Made in Europe, Come Taste the Band, Perfect Strangers, House of Blue Light, Slaves and Masters, Perpendicular, Live at the Olympia, Abandon, Live at Montreux, Bananas, Live at Montreux again. And you got all the greatest hits and best ofs. They don't have to be in any particular order. You've even got some unauthorized ones at the bottom. Yeah, and then we move on to Dio. Got all the Dios. Holy Diver, Last in Line, Sacred Heart, Intermission, Dream Evil, Lock Up the Wolves, Strange Highways, Angry Machines, Dio's Inferno, Last in Live, Magica, Killing the Dragon, Evil or Divine, live in New York City, Master of the Moon, and Holy Diver Live. Then you got some of the best ofs and greatest hits. Then it gets on to AC/DC. Not like this one, I think. That's a burned one. I just put it in there anyway. So we got all the AC/DCs, as you can see. They're all in proper order, you know, from the time the band starts to wherever it cuts off. So, got Black Ice, I got Rock or Bust, and I got the latest one, Power Up. So, then we got over here, there's even more. There's like all the Beatles albums are all here. Dad had everything. And then there's Ozzy Osbourne. You know, I've put them all in alphabetical order, like I keep saying. Then it moves on to Alice Cooper. This is no way near a complete set of Alice Cooper or Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne didn't stop at, what was it? Live at Budokan. You know, there's about 5 or 6 Ozzy Osbourne albums I'm missing. And then if we turn it over here, we've got Metallica and Megadeth. Now, I'm missing a lot, so it's not a complete set. It starts off with Kill 'Em All, Metallica. Then we got this rare one here. It's an EP. Let's open it up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, Black Album, Load, Reload, Saint Anger, no, Garage. That one that you can't see anything is Garage. Not that one, that one. Yep, Garage, Saint Anger, and Death Magnetic. And this I didn't even know Dad had. It's another EP of Metallica, and then it stops there. So then there's a few of these unauthorized ones on the bottom, live albums. And we got Megadeth. Again, it's not a complete collection. There are several missing. It stops at The World Needs a Hero. Then Dad, sometimes he accidentally bought the same album twice, so you can see there's two greatest hits of Megadeth. And there's an anthology one, so he must have bought the same one twice, not realising he had it. Then at the bottom here, there's a few Van Halens. Again, none of these are a complete set. I think the only one where the only 2 groups or bands out of everything here is probably the Beatles and Dio. They're probably the only ones that are complete. Oh, and AC/DC. So I'd say probably those 3 are the only ones that are complete. Everything else is not complete. I don't think it ever will be. I mean, there's no room on this thing. I have to get another CD holder. I mean, look, Iron Maiden ones go right to the bottom, and that's not even complete. Same with Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath, we're missing the 13 album. Neither me or Dad got around to listening to that or buying it. Just didn't happen. Yeah, I'm just thinking, did I put... Yeah, I did. I put the Rare Heaven and Hell album that they made with Dio before he died. I got that here. Yes, we listened to this one, though. So, yeah, you know, I'm not going to go on and on. I just wanted to say, you know, Dad loved his heavy metal. These were his, by the way, these CD holders. You know, I brought them over from Mum's place. You know, since Dad said I could have all his CDs, I thought I'll just bring them here. So it feels like I've got a piece of him here at the house. So, you know, his legacy will go on. I'll just keep the CDs and then I'll pass them on to my kids, and I suppose they can do what they want with them. I'm not going to sell them. What? You get nothing for them. You sell them. So yeah, Dad loved his music. He used to always collect music, you know, in his 20s, 30s, and 40s, up to his early 50s, and then he sort of just started slowly losing interest in later years. Didn't want to buy them brand new. He didn't want to spend $25 or $30. He hated that. You know, whether you go to Sanity or HMV or JB Hi-Fi or wherever the hell you could buy brand new CDs, you know, they were always $25, $30. You know, it was too much, and I can kind of see his point. I mean, you wonder why CDs are becoming extinct now. You know, because they're still a bit pricey. It shouldn't be $25, $30. It should be, yeah, $5, $10, maybe $15. That's it. But you know, that's how he was. And as time went on, he just lost a bit of interest, I suppose. Wasn't that fussed on collecting. Like, he knew there was new Maiden albums. He just didn't go after them. He was just happy with the earlier stuff from the band. Same with Black Sabbath. We never got around to listening to the 13 album or buying it. Same with Ozzy Osbourne. We sort of lost interest in Ozzy Osbourne's music when that reality show came out in the early 2000s, the Osbournes. We saw how they lived, and it was like, oh shit, you know. And you see the dog licking Ozzy Osbourne's face, and it's like, oh, yuck. It's like, and the way his kids behaved, Jack and Kelly, and all this shit, it made us lose a bit of interest. So maybe that's why it stops at live at Budokan, I don't know. Alice Cooper, we're missing it. So many of Alice Cooper. I mean, it's not even funny. But that's it. Like, we got all the early ones. We got like Love It to Death. You know, Killer, Schools Out, $1 Billion Babies, Greatest Hits, We Are Missing Muscle of Love, Welcome to My Nightmare, Goes to Hell. Then there's a big jump to the 80s, Constrictor, Trash, Hey Stupid, and all these other ones here, The Last Temptation. Yeah. But you know what? Dad loved his hard rock and heavy metal, but you know, his favourite singer was actually Tom Jones, the crooner. He loved Tom Jones. That's why I put it on top. This is a collection of Tom Jones's all his studio albums when he was with Decca in the 60s and 70s. These were Dad's favourite albums of Tom Jones. He loved Tom Jones. Tom Jones was his favourite singer. He used to play his Tom Jones records in the backyard when my mum used to walk past the house. That's how he used to attract her attention. Yeah, it's a true story. He loved Tom Jones. I mean, he loved a lot of different types of music, you know. Yeah, he loved his metal and hard rock, but he did like other stuff. But yeah, he loved Tom Jones. Tom Jones was his favourite singer. #1 singer. He loved Tom Jones. I think Ronnie James Dio was probably his second favourite singer from Black Sabbath and the Dio band. So that's it, guys. You know, I'll stop it here. I just thought I'd show you, you know, all these CDs. This is not even all of them, you know. I'm still going over to the house and picking up more every time I go over. I don't know where I'm going to put them all because I'm running out of room. I said to Mum, I said, you're going to have to keep some here at your place because I don't have the room. I've only got a small house. I can't bring them all over here because Dad's got hundreds of stuff. It's like you can open up he could have opened up his own shop. I mean, he had like all these other bands. He's got hundreds of CDs of. He's got Judas Priest. He's got Aerosmith, Def Leppard. Oh, you name it, you know. All these bands. He had like so many CDs. And all the pop bands, you know. He had a section for all that stuff. Like Roxette and the B-52s and all that shit. Yeah, he just had so much stuff. And this is not even all of it, but, you know. It's the most important ones, I feel. Alright guys, well, I'll stop it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it didn't really have anything to do with video games. Dad wasn't much of a gamer, like I said. You know, he loved the Nintendo 64 and the original Xbox, but aside from that, he didn't really care for video games. He did play the Master System and the Mega Drive sometimes, but he wasn't into games like me. He was more into music. Alright guys, well, I'll cut it here. Catch you later. Bye.